CPA Canada has finally updated their websites and the new exam blueprints are out. During the pandemic, you had 2 cases with a break in between. Now if you're in the elective modules, you're still going to have 2 cases and a small set of 15 MCQs. If you're in the core modules, you're going to have 1 case, not 2, and a set of 75 MCQs. During the pandemic, we had a break in between the cases. Now there is no break. You got to do the whole exam in one shot. I'll lay out the pros and cons and give some strategies on this new exam format. Alright, here are some good things. Time constraint is not so bad anymore. During the pandemic, you had to finish your case before the time's up or you'd fail automatically. Now if you want to take an extra 10 or 20 minutes to finish up your case, you can totally do that. Because now it's up to you to manage your time. There's going to be way less academic dishonesty. The exams during the pandemic were unsupervised and open book. Some students were worried that their peers have been taking advantage of this. If you're someone who's fair and has integrity, which you should be, now the exams are going to be invigilated, so academic honesty will be upheld. If you're someone who's good at memorizing, you're going to be acing these exams now. Since the exams are now closed book, you're now going to memorize way more than before. You are going to have access to the CPA Canada handbook during exam, so you can always look it up, but the more you memorize, the faster you're going to be. Just to be clear, you don't have access to the ebook or notes anymore, just a handbook with the standards. Alright, here's some bad things. Time management is going to be a big problem now. Earlier I said that time constraint is not such a big problem anymore. Well, this is actually not such a good thing. You're going to go in there thinking you have a lot of time, and you're going to start to borrow time from here and there, and you're going to completely lose track of your time. Time management is going to be more crucial than before because there's no limit for each component of the exam. MCQs are tricky and you're going to have more assignments to do. During the pandemic, you really had to do only IPs and PCs. Now you got to practice IPs, MPCs, and MCQs, and you got to practice a lot of them because they're very confusing. This is going to add more hours to your study schedule. The passing threshold now includes MCQs. This could be both bad and good. Before you had to do good in cases, and if you had 1 or 2 NCs, you wouldn't pass. Now, even if you get a bunch of NCs, but you do good in MCQs, you may still pass. Just like the AOs in the cases, the MCQs are curved, and they may make the difference of you passing or failing. Unfortunately, they don't release how much weighing is given to the MCQs, but trust me, they do matter. Lastly, it's a closed book exam now. You don't have access to your notes, so you gotta memorize way more now. Alright, here are some strategies. Do the case portion first in the exam. Get the cases out of the way and then write the MCQs. The reason is that you can guess on the MCQs, but you can't guess on the case. If you have only 10 minutes left and you haven't even touched the MCQs, you can pick a random one and maybe you'll get some of them right. Secondly, manage your time. Ideally, you don't want to borrow from the MCQs or from the second case. You should aim to finish the cases on time and spend about 2.5 minutes per MCQ. Third, get good with MCQs. To be good with MCQs, you gotta have good technical knowledge because they test on both theory and calculations. Alright, so in summary, the exam blueprints are now updated to have MCQs. You will have 75 MCQs in Core 1 and Core 2 with only 1 case. You're gonna have 15 MCQs in electives with 2 cases. Remember, ultimately you want to pass the CP, and the CP has no MCQs, so you still want to focus on case writing. Study technicals, practice a lot of cases, do a ton of MCQs, and remember, time management is more crucial now than ever before.